more or less just admitted, right, that they've come over here and they tell all these lies. So it's all right for women. I'm all right, Crystal. It's all right for women to tell lies and make up stories about men, but it's not all right for men to make up stories about women. I find that a bit like, double standards because don't we live in an age of equality these days? Anybody want to come up? Anybody want to come up and take a box? I'm all right, Crystal. Exactly. One rule for them and one rule for us. So it's all right for them to sit there calling us preds. Were you in that other? Were you in that other live, watching what was going on? Oh, there's Queen. That's not my Queen though. So it's all right for Justice to sit there telling lies. Oh, you done this, you done that. Exactly. I couldn't get a word in, and I've said so many times. Gemma, you coming up? Gemma, share this out to Justice and Cruella. I wanted to find out what Cruella's story was, and she just said to Jodie, right, who doxed who first, and Jodie admitted it, right, that she doxed me first. Hi, Gems.
Hello, I put it on my story, so they're bound to see it, aren't they?
Yeah, share it out to that Jodie. I want her in here. And Cruella. Do you know that Cruella?
Well, which one's that one? The red one or the Care Bear one?
No, it says FYP News or something like that. I should have looked.
I don't know.
I should have looked.
What's happened?
Well, I was on Lindsay's live. Lindsay apologised for what she said and everything, yeah.
Wow.
About me going to the... What's that bloody... That's Lucy. Drama. I can't find her. If anybody's in here, can you share this to Jodie and that Cruella? If anybody is in here.
Don't let me share to them. Why I put it up on the story? So they've all started again.
No, Lindsay was apologising, yeah.
Yeah.
But as per normal, Jodie can't take responsibility for what she does. So it's like, but you did this and you did that and da da da.
When are people going to start acting like adults and accept they've done something wrong and they should be apologising, but if they're not going to do that, then they need to leave you alone because this is going to keep going on and it's going to be a long ass 6 weeks. That's
Right, can somebody share it to FYP and Jodie? Can somebody, whoever's in here, share it to them?
There's 12 of you, actually.
Yeah, there's got to be somebody in here that's got, that's got a thing with him too.
Lil in here. We've got an NDH41's in here. Doran's in here. CPS is in here. Hello, guys. Nugget, he's in here, or she's in here. Beast, they're in here, but apparently that's got one follower and one following, so I can guarantee that probably somebody who were wondering who it is.
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake. It's a bit madness when you're trying to find somebody.
Mm-hmm. So you've got a partly apology then.
Well, so Lynn's was apologising.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've obviously, and I said to her, you need to go and watch that. Because, okay, so Paul, Observer, he told her about the things, and apparently they pulled Red up in my, they pulled Red up in their live. I don't know the full extent of what happened. Nobody told me. Um,
Then you've written Catherine is, don't know if I'm saying that right. Catherine is trying to get in, but she said you blocked her. You got her blocked. Her. I'm dyslexic. Josie, that's just coming. Sage, Worcester, that's coming. Come on, guys, share the live out to them.
yeah. Who have I blocked?
I think it Catherine or something.
Catherine.
Yeah, CAITLIN. I can't say the name properly. Come on.
Catherine. Kirsty, no, yes, she can stay blocked. I can't see a Catherine. I can't see a Catherine on my thing.
What's the username? Cult, that's coming. Cult replies. Kathleen.
Caitlin, I've had. Okay, hold on. Jenny, Tony, Caitlin. You think I've done Caitlin? Hold on. But what's her thing, mate? What's her handle? Does anybody know?
Oh, what's on the Observer account? Also,
No, you're not, Paul. You're definitely not. What is Caitlin's live name?
I can't find it. Hold on.
There's not many people on my thingy list. Try typing in Stella.Andrews, Paul, and it'll come up. Oh, you're here. Hold on a minute. You're here
Hold on.
now.
How can he be blocked if he's in the comments?
Yeah, none of your accounts are blocked on this one, Paul. None of them. I'll tell you. Caitlin, right. Or Kathleen. I can't coffee cup. I can't find anybody like that. There's
What's
nobody on
his
my
name?
block lists with that name.
No. I can see block list, and I can see you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 people blocked. Paul's not on it. And the name what they're giving you is not on it either. There's only 20 people blocked.
The only one I don't know is okay. So that's what's the question? 5454. It's the only one I don't know. She's not blocked. Coffee cup.
She's not.
So
I've
tell
just,
her to type in Stella with the R dot Andrews, and it will come up. I didn't know that happens. If she just types in Stell, it's going to bring up loads of different people.
unless she tick the bell, then she ticks the bell, it'll bring you straight up, but if she hasn't, then it won't do. And that's probably why she's not bringing you straight up.
Right. Right. Except coffee cup. Right. Vimto. Are you there?
Oops, it's just dropped back down.
Oh, John came up and then back down again. Right, Vimto, get a grab a box. Right, there you go. There's
You think so?
Right, guys, if I haven't seen your request, it's because I'm still looking through this block list. I can't find any of these people. There's
No, honestly, Stell, I've just looked. They're not on there. They're not. I'm looking at the block list myself. They're not on there. You've only got 20 people blocked,
yeah,
and the 20 people you have not got them on there. And that's what I'm looking at. I've just literally counted everyone and first.
yeah, Paul's here. Look, Paul's here. So Paul shared it. So hi, Evan. So, as you probably heard, right? So Lindsay apologised, right? There's been a bit of a backstory. I don't know maybe Paul can come up and fill us in because I still haven't.
I don't really, to be honest, off anybody else. You can tell me, but I ain't interested in listening to the rest. To be honest.
Oh,
No, Paul was speaking.
wow.
Paul was speaking to Red on a live, and so I wasn't there. I don't know anything about it, so that's why I was going to ask him to come up and tell us what happened. Um, but anyway,
Yeah, I'll
Lynn,
come back in. I'll come back to you in a bit if you want.
well done. If he comes up, so Lindsay apologised, right? But then you've got this is what I don't get, yeah. Why is Tanya Queen allowed in these boxes? This has got nothing to do with her, nothing whatsoever. And just before the live went down, and yes, I did tell her she does things right. I did say that. So Red admitted to that.
Whoa.
Paul, isn't that strange? Because that's not what she was saying last week about me, wasn't it? When she held all them hate lives on me,
Exactly.
right?
Wow.
It just shows you that she can't be trusted, right? For a whole week, she held hate lives on me, telling everybody what a bad person I was for having a genuine concern about a child. And I've got mothers on here telling me I shouldn't be concerned about a child that's possibly in danger. Can you believe that? Mothers telling me that. So what is this? A man can't be concerned about a child?
There you go. A minority one can be concerned for the welfare of a child, no matter who it is.
You know, and I've got women on here who are mothers telling me that I'm not allowed to be concerned. I did
But
express
not.
my concerns to Red, and Red encouraged me to go to the authorities and say something. After I
Um,
blamed for it, I might add, yeah, because that's when she showed me the letter, which Paul has got a copy of.
but the thing is, with the line of work what you've done in the past, right? It says in there even them guidelines what to look out for. You spotted that, right? And you don't even work in that sort of work job anymore. So for you to even carry on and make a welfare check, then
But
it's not.
what people don't know is that I actually, for months, right, I tried to deal with myself, yeah, as a friend to Claire. I tried to tell her get off them narcotics, yeah. It wasn't working. Whatever I was doing was not working. She turned on me. That's fine, yeah. That's normally what happens in that kind of scenario, right? She turned on her partner, long-term partner, right? Then the daughter went back to live with her father. The son went back to college, and she was now alone with that child. Now, what I knew of the past that I didn't report, what I was aware of that I didn't tell anybody about, except for a share that we read in her. We have me and Red and yeah, me and Red, right, have discussed with Claire several times, both together and separately. And then I got told that because she keeps phoning the crisis team, that she may have got a referral from the crisis team, and they went out to see her. She was convinced it was me.
The thing is, if you're constantly ringing the crisis team and you have a child at home anyway, the welfare of that child comes into act. That's when they think, are you actually stable enough to look after that child in your care? So they will ask the local authorities to do a welfare check on you and on that child to see if you're stable enough to look after it. Because a person that's calling the crisis team every minute isn't a stable person in the eyes of the law or in the eyes of the local authorities or in an education way, because you don't know how it's affecting that child online. So with her doing it online and craving that attention and then calling the crisis team every 2 minutes and claiming she's got this and that going on, it's not really looking great on her. And that's why Stell was saying, listen, you keep calling now, it's going to backfire on you. It's going to be used against you, and that in simple terms. But yeah, she didn't understand that.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
When I felt I had no other choice, yeah, was to furnish the authorities with stuff that I knew and text messages and so forth. I had no other choice, right? Claire brought it onto the app, the personal life. She says I took it off the app. That's not strict. Well, it kind of is, but not really. She brought onto the app her personal business. She brought on Paul. He's telling the truth, though, Paul. Whether he's using a fake account or not, he's telling the truth, right? So Claire was obviously, she was upset, and she brought onto the app her private side of it. I took it off the app. Yes, I went to the authorities, and I thought after being accused of it anyway, and I said, okay, well, I'll give you everything that I know, and you need to deal with her. Yeah. That was it. It was left at that type of thing. But then Red, obviously, a couple of weeks later, she holds these. Oh, Claire had actually reported me to the police, right?
Yeah.
False reports to social services, etc., etc. Now, the police said to me, we can't do anything about that because we don't know if they're false or not, and whether you had a genuine concern or not. That is not what we're not going to speak about that, yeah, because we can't. And I said, that's right, because I will go public and I will tell everybody that the police pick on you if you dare speak to social services about a kid that's in danger. And they said, don't you dare, Stell. And I said, I will. I will go public and tell them. And they said, but we're not talking about the social services. I said, but you brought it up in this conversation. And they said, but Stell, we're not talking about that. Okay? I said, okay, so what are you talking about? Well, have you done this? Have you done that? Blah, blah, blah. I said, some of it, yes, some of it, no. Have you discussed this and discussed that? Yes, I have. She's blocked from all my accounts, so she shouldn't be seeing what I'm doing. So I'm not harassing her. I'm speaking about what happened between me and her and clearing my name. I'm clearing my name, and I'm allowed to do that, right? And they agreed with me on that. It's not direct harassment because I'm not messaging her, I'm not texting her, I'm not writing emails to her. I'm on a live platform which she is blocked from, so she shouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. The fact that she can see what I'm doing is one of two reasons. She's got a fake account, observer. There you go, right? And she's getting into my lives with a fake account. That's clear. Or Red was sending it to her, recording it and sending it. And Red has already admitted to recording my lives and my phone calls, by the way, which you know about, Paul, because she sat there on the live with you and said, I recorded all the calls and you asked her for copies of them. Isn't that true, Paul? Yeah? Right, thank you. She admitted to all of that, yeah? And she held 5 lives. So after reporting me, Claire held a live on with Fat Freak and gave him all this crap to say all these bad things against me or say all these rubbish against me, right? Which he did, right? And then she was cam touring me on the Sunday night after reporting me, which I've got recordings of. Cam touring me, and she was communicating with me, right? So she obviously knew I was watching her somehow. I think it was you, Gemma, wasn't it? You were watching.
I was watching on the other phone.
Yeah, so I could hear what she was saying through Gemma's other phone. And I said, I don't want to speak to you. I've got nothing to say to you, blah, blah. Come over here, she says. Come over here. I want you in my live. I want you. Now, again, when the police heard that, right, again, they said, that's not harassment when she's coming to you after reporting you, wanting you to communicate with her, right? That means that you're not harassing her because she's asking you to communicate with you.
Yeah, I'm not following that account, love.
No case, right?
They'll look in the comments.
I know, I see it, don't worry. So then on the Monday night, after the police had initially spoke to me in Monday morning, on the Monday night, after I told the police all this, I said, I've got the live where she was baiting me and asking me to come into her live with her friends so that she could berate me. And thought she was smart and safe with around her little group of friends, which I believe was her boyfriend, Adam Hiking, etc., etc. You know, there was a few, and Red I think was there, but Red said, "Oh, I'm staying neutral." Yeah, right. We now find that she's a snake. Can I have snakes in the chat, please? Can you all put snakes in the chat for Red?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see snakes in the chat. So then on Monday night, her and Red done the first hate live on me. They were both there. So was that Simply Fraser, and so was Forever Souls. Now I want to see everybody putting snakes in the chat, please, or I'll block you all, right? Because she is a snake. I've approved all them comments. Yeah, thanks for that, Beast. Yeah, I want everybody to see day snakes for Red. And in that whole week, and Paul Observer will back me up on this, they done nothing but berate me and accused me of doing all these bad things, right? To Claire and reporting her to social services and the police, and I done this and I done that, and apparently the police told her that I'm in love with her. I mean, for God's sake, right? The police don't say such stupid things. Yeah, well, you know what, John? You can just write snake. So, yeah. So I held off, and I held off, and then I decided to play at our own game, and there's something that Red is hiding and didn't want people to find out. And then I got messages about her involvement in a murder in her area, which she denies it's got anything to do with her, right? But let's look at the facts of that, right? The facts are she moved to our house 10 years ago. She's had trouble for 10 years. This is what she tells me on the phone all the time. This happened 10 years ago. I won't go into all the details, actually. It's a bit boring. Hi, Maggie. Right? This happened 10 years ago. This happened 10 years ago. That happened 10 years ago. That happened 10 years. Everything Red has ever taught me happened 10 years ago, or started 10 years ago. All her problems 10 years ago, right? Okay, well, you know, it happens to anybody. You know, it all comes at once. It's like a pack of decks that falls, yeah? Well, this murder was 11 years ago, and the sentencing was 10 years ago, or roughly, around about that, you know. I mean, the time has passed, obviously, so it's a bit longer now and a bit longer. And I thought, it could be. Now, here's another couple of facts that you don't know, right? The assailant has got the same surname as Red. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, but why would it exactly the same area, the same street name? Yeah, that would only have to be classed as a relative or that person itself.
And then Paul can check back on this, by the way, right? Paul can check back on this because I know he recorded her lives as well, yeah? And he can, like, go back to it, and I can even go back to it, and we can prove this, right? The other night, before she went offline-ish, before she disappeared, which she seems to have disappeared now for some reason, I caught her saying to somebody, right, oh, the murder happened in the house, which is behind my house. Oh, that's interesting. Don't you think that's too coincidental? They
Yeah,
both have the
because
same surname. They both live back to back in the houses back to back. And her life only kind of really started 10 years ago. Her life as Red. You know, her life as we all know it. now on the app, yeah, only started 10 years ago, just after this murder, right? So you put a lot of things together, right? And there is a story there. There's definitely something there she doesn't want us to know. So I put up posts about her. Then a mutual friend spoke to Red, spoke to me, and came to the agreement that if I take down the posts, she would as well. Well, you know what, Justice? There's a hell of a coincidence, yeah, that they both have the same name, yeah. They both live next door to each other, right? You know, back to back, right? And that's coming from her own mouth, yeah. And her life only started as we know it 10 years ago, as Red. And I will actually say it. The victim's family, two members of the family, one of them just said she did do it, or she was involved in it. And another member of the family gave me a lot of detail on Red. And yeah, so you could say, well, that's still not proof, but they still give me a lot of detail on the incident and that Red lives behind the house. She had to be moved out of the murder scene because she had children, which is understandable. Yes, I get that. The kids would have, well, yes, Justice, the kid that moved away, but in this instance, she moved to another house, which happened to be behind that one for some reason. I don't know how that happened, right? And even put it this way, even if I was an Andrews and next door had a different family called Andrews and there was a major incident like that and I found out about it, I would say to the council, I'm not living there. People might think that I'm part of that.
You'd move. You'd change your name. You'd do whatever it takes except being your family, because if you haven't done out wrong, even though you shouldn't have to change your name, you do it for the sake of your family.
So then this friend of mine's done the brokerage deal. I take down the Schmurder posts and she takes down all the crap about me. And I said, fine, I agree to that. Then I catch Red talking on my name again, twice. So I said, you know what? I am sick and tired of being blamed for this Claire business and taking all this crap myself, right? And standing there, I sent stuff to Paul, first of all, right?
We both did.
That's true, and the other stuff isn't made up. There is other phone calls which I can release, Jodie. There is other phone calls I can release. But the point I'm making is, the biggest problem you lot had with me was that apparently I picked on a woman by reporting her to social services and other establishments. And so I released the phone call where Red, who accused me of doing that, yeah, was complicit and encouraging me to do it. So don't sit there holding a hate live on me, accusing me of all sorts of things, which then, this is where Jodie jumped on the bandwagon and went, oh, Stell's such a bad person. How could you do that to her mother? How could you do that to a woman? I'm doxing you. And you sat there with Claire and Red, Justice, you sat there and you shouted out twice. You shouted at my address. You also said, yeah, that you're going to send somebody round to my street.
Yep.
And I said, I've got a video of a car driving down your street and up to your camper van. Now, Justice knew where I lived, obviously. But Claire knew about the camper van. Right? So Claire knew about the camper van. So whoever the person was that came up the street and took that video of my house and my cars got the information from both Justice and from Claire. So then today, so then phone calls prove that I was being encouraged by Red to do it, and that Red is a big fat liar. Right? So simple as that. Right? Then today, we'll come to you, Jodie. Right? You admitted to Cruella that you shouted out my street address.
Oh.
Right? Who's just gone?
That lady.
Tanya.
Mhm.
No, of course she can't, Paul, because she just wants the drama. So on the 22nd of May, right, Justice was involved in a live, in a box, and shouted at my address. Right? Today, she starts crying. But the 6 days, on the 2nd of July, she posted up an aerial photograph. Now, let me tell you something, yeah, Justice, yeah? This is where you messed up, yeah? Right? This is where you messed up, right? And there's no crying about it, right? You said to everybody today, I put up a satellite picture of your street, which, by the way, there's only 6 houses in my street. So I'm one of 6, right? I'm one of 6 houses. So
You like me. And they're hard to find these streets as
you still
well.
doxed me first. You still told people my street, and then you put up an aerial photograph, which is true. And on that aerial photograph, it had Vale Gardens written on it.
There you go.
It
Yeah.
says Vale Gardens closed. And I screenshotted that.
She's admitted it in the comments again.
And that was on the 2nd of July. On the 3rd of July, you put another post up with my address on it, right? About 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So I then put a satellite image up of your house, a block of flats from a satellite image. How many flats are in your block of flats, Justice? Because I've got friends that live in your block of flats. And I know there's about 6 flats per floor. I think there's 15 or 16 floors. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So can somebody do the maths for me, by the way? 6 flats, say, times 16. It could be more than that. I remember seeing a 16 on the lift button. I've got friends. I've got 2 friends that live in that block of flats on different things. So can somebody do the math for me, please? How many flats is that in Justice's block?
96. 96. It comes up as. It is when you make it everybody's business. That's the thing.
Thank you. Has anybody done the maths for me yet?
Hi, Stell. I've only popped up quickly just to have a word with Gems a minute. Yeah. Gems, I'm not having a go at you or anything, love, because we've sorted out what we sorted out, right? But I'm just going to remind you, do you remember when I said to you, if you're going to have an opinion, you can't moan when people come for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to remind you, that's all. So if Justice and all that's not on you, you know why.
I know.
All right, that was it, really. No worries. But I still think the pair of you need to bang your heads together and sort it out.
So I've only got 6 houses in my street, yeah? Justice has got 96 flats in her block. Right? 96. Right?
Sorry, Stell, I just noticed. Who the hell is that beast, and why are they saying get that beast out your box? Come in this box and talk to me if you're this bad. Come on. You can't make a statement like that and then hide behind a fake account. If you're going to call me a beast, yeah, then call me a beast from your real account and to my face. Come on.
I agree with him.
It probably is, Kurt, yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
then get in the box and justify yourself.
Well, you are lying. How am I a beast? I mean, what's your definition of a beast?
Oh. There you
Right,
go.
because to me, when you call someone a beast, you're referring to some kind of, I don't know, peddler or something.
Yeah.
That's how I take that. So come up here, big bollocks.
You've got the invite.
Sorry, Stell, I don't mean to hijack your live, love. I can't have people making statements like that while they're hiding.
Right. Listen. You're in
It's
the right.
disgusting. Well, don't type. Get in the box and tell me to my face. That'll be easier. Obviously, you've got strong feelings about me. Obviously, I've hurt you in some way, darling. Or you never got enough hugs as a child. So come in your real account, come back and tell me. You need to own what you say. Stand behind it. Come on. I'm here. I'm on my own. I'll deal with you on my own. I've got no problem. Come on, I'll wait.
No, I don't waste my breath on beasties put.
Oh, God,
Don't
you're
know
a
why you
pussy
hide
then.
in the comments
Yeah, you're
because
just a
I'm not
wimp
going to
then
read it out
because,
for us.
you know, you've wasted your energy typing. So what's the difference? You're obviously scared. And you've got good reason to be because I wouldn't want someone like me as an enemy either. So you've got good reason to, love. Okay, you're clearly a pussy. I'll jump down still. All right, love. I just wanted to confront this person, whoever they are.
That's okay.
Do you know who they are?
No.
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 They've been in a couple of times. I don't know where they are.
The thing is, they're calling me that, but they've called themselves that as well. I'd make it make sense. I'm gonna jump down, but you know where I am, beast, sweetheart.
Where did they get to?
It's one of them, isn't it? It's
Right. So I do have moderators in here. You're too quiet. Stell, you didn't even defend Paul. I don't need to defend Paul. Paul's quite happy to defend himself. And I've given him the platform to come and do it, so I don't need to get involved in that. So be quiet, Justice. It's nothing to do with you. Again. Yeah, because you know everything, don't you, Justice? Yeah, Paul's big enough to defend himself, and I just kept quiet. I did keep quiet, yeah, to let him land his plane and give him the respect and the decency to bring up whatever he wanted to say. Get your heartbeats in, everybody. Come on, this is a free show for you lot. And get tapping. That's free, by the way. And a heartbeat only takes one coin. Thank you, Paul. So just you then doxed yourself by replaying, right? And I'm going to point this out. You replayed my video in yours when you told that big fat lie, right? A big lie, yeah. And you put my video inside your video, so you doxed yourself, and that's your problem, right? So however many followers you've got, yeah, right? They all seen where you live now. And anybody who watches your videos now knows where you live because you doxed yourself. And I then came back with a video, which I'm sure anybody, if they want to see it, they can see what I've done. And I put her voice on it. I showed her video, and then I debunked her. Yeah, and she got really upset about it, right? Yes, she got really upset. She did, right? I debunked her because she had actually doxed me on the 22nd of May and said about sending people to my home, and a car turned up. And then she doxed me on the 2nd of July. Then she doxed me on the 3rd of July in the morning. So I then had enough. After 3 doxies, I doxed her back with the block of flats, aerial photograph, Justice, aerial photograph. You also, in amongst that time, were putting up videos calling me a pred, putting pictures of me looking for kids outside schools. Right? That was not funny.
how's that a lie? It's the truth. I'm just stating that is actually the truth of what you did.
Then you've got no reason to complain then, Justice, have you? Because my doxing didn't cause you any alarm, harassment or distress, did it? So you're a big fat liar. No, I debunked you. And I showed people at the end of my video, you can quite clearly see your profile picture taken on the 2nd of July with my docs in it, yeah, that you doxed, yeah. And then on the day that you put that video up, yeah, which was the 8th of July, right, 6 days later, you had taken it down. Because you didn't want people to see the date that docs was up there, because that would have proved you were a liar. But you didn't bank on the fact that I had already screenshotted it. So you're a liar. It doesn't matter that it's AI. You put my name on it. You made it as you. Everybody knows that that's recognizable as me, right? It doesn't matter you made me fat, or it doesn't matter that you made my dog twice the size or 3 times the size. Yeah, right. You even put me in court. You put me in a police station. You put pictures of me, my phone taken off me. Yeah, we all know what you intended by them AI pictures. It's not in private because I can see them, and so can everybody else. Another lie. Look, everybody. Look, Justice is lying again. Look, it's in private. I just put them back up. No, you didn't. They've been up ever since.
Well, proves nothing.
Let me go back to Justice, to the start. Justice used to come into our lives, and she also came into Durham and Coffee Cup's lives. Coffee Cup, can you come up a minute and tell this part? And she only ever told us about one kid, right? One child that was stolen from her by the great grandparents. That's what she said. The grandparents took her child away. Yeah. She lost custody to the grandchildren. She has never ever mentioned to me, yeah, never mentioned to me that she had other kids. Not once. When I doxed her, she then said, "Oh, I've got kids here." So I went to look on her profile, and there is other kids on there, which she has now subsequently taken down. And there's, mentions of the other kids, mention of how bad social services is, But don't forget, right? John, I was only asking you to come up and discuss what she's discussed publicly. Not the case that she's discussed it publicly. She's already been on public lives and said about what happened to her kid. So that's what I was asking you to come up and tell us what she said publicly. And Justice, again, when we were having these lives, Justice used to come in to these lives and take over because she likes the sound of her own voice. Right? Have you ever noticed how wide her mouth is? Right? I mean, Jesus Christ. And she does like to be heard. And normally you'll find that when people do that or act like that, it's because they've got something to cover up. Right? It means that they've got something to hide. It's got something that they don't want you speaking, or they don't want other people to hear what you've got to say. Yeah. Because they've got a secret to hide.
Try and manipulate the situation so you stay quiet.
Oh, I'm not making you look innocent. I'm proving that everything that you did, Justice, yeah? You took Claire's side on a lie, which the phone calls now prove that it's a lie, right? Them phone calls prove it's a lie. You took Claire's side over that. Why is a man doing this to a woman? Why is a man picking on a woman? Why? Oh, it's terrible. And I've even got you, yeah, on recording with Red. What was it you said? Oh, Stell's got something to hide. Oh, Stell's been kicked out of Glasgow or Scotland. This is what she says. I need to know now. I need to know. I'm going to find out what Stell's big secret is. Remember that? Justice? Or do you want me to put a post up about that as well? Do you remember sitting in there? Do you remember? But the thing is, though, Justice, I have got proof that something happened. There is some connection between Red and these murders of some description. I did witness Claire neglecting her child, yeah? What the fuck have you got? Yeah? What have you got? You think I've got some big hidden secret? I don't have a non-molestation order, so what are you talking about? Where are you getting that from?
These kids are not kids. They're a few years older
Yeah,
than
my
me.
children are all growing up now. So where's this non-molestation order coming from? My mates. What mates?
I've not got one against them.
My
Don't know
mates
what.
wouldn't tell you jack shit. That's on number one, right? My mates wouldn't say things like that. They
No.
wouldn't lie like that. So if you're talking about TikTok drama llamas, they're not my mates. Right, hold on a minute. Andrew, you still here? It's been approved. I think it's been approved.
Hold on. The one you and Jen want to talk to and about
You make
me and got it so wrong. You only got Jem as a mate. No, he hasn't.
Oh, is that right?
And Jem, you're not his mate. But really, okay. Known you for how long, Stell? Right? Current woman, not late.
So why don't you name and shame then, Justice? Why don't you tell us who this mate was that told you I've got a non-mo? Because you can't. Because nobody told you. You made it up. You're a liar.
The one thing is, if you
Boys
had
and girls,
that,
he's a liar.
yeah, but why ain't she shown it? Apparently, she's got this evidence, right? Everybody works on evidence, right? In fact, if she's got it, why ain't she showing it? Because she expects you to show yours, so you expect her to do hers. And that is just how it's. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is going to keep going on and going on.
You talk about being in a stuck record. All you ever talk about is, he doxed my kids, he doxed my kids, he doxed my kids. At least I didn't know that you had kids there. You're the one that's boring. Nobody's interested. Everybody knows I doxed your kids. So fucking what? Big deal. 96 flats, yeah? Council flats, I might add, yeah? Council flats, yeah? In your block. 6 houses, all owned. Right? We can't run to the council and say, oh, we need a new house because somebody's harassing us. You can though, can you? Oh, I've got kids and somebody's harassing us, I need to move house. And you get moved. Oh, going out living your life. You were sitting on a live the other night, drinking pina coladas, getting drunk, yeah? While your kid was on camera.
Wow.
Talking about exotic men while your children were in the house. That's what she did, everybody. That's what she did. Yeah?
I don't even do that, and my daughter's nearly 21.
Her daughter,
Wow.
I'm going to take a guess here, it's maybe about 5 or 6, right? At the most. And she was on a live talking about men. Oh, look, I'm hitting the nerve now. Look, I'm hitting the nerve. And getting drunk. And she even said, oh, I'll be back later on live when I get her to sleep. And then she has the cheek to come on and say, what, as a single parent, I'm not allowed a life. I'm not allowed a life. You've got 4 kids according to you. So, as a mother, when I had two kids, I only had two at the time. I didn't have a life.
No, I didn't.
Actually, that's a lie, because we could dump them with the woman next door and we could dump them with the grandma.
I lived on a street where I had family on it, so yeah.
I've got a life, Jodie. You just keep annoying me and disturbing it. I could be doing other things right now instead of sitting here talking to you, right? Because I think you secretly love me. I think you're in love with me. I think that's what's the problem. I think I'm one of the exotic men that you like. I could be having phone calls right now. I could be in the sun right now. Instead, I'm having to argue with a tosser like you.
Well, you did that shop.
But I didn't see you eat anything. Although, by the look of your arse, I think you eat quite a lot. I didn't realise you were so big.
We love you to that shop. We've good sales on right now.
Honestly, if she was on a pear tree, fucking hell, you'd bring the tree down. But there you go. I digress.
This ice pop's nice.
This is a bit. And Jodie, I am going to find. I'm going to find. Is that the same Modine that goes and services CLA? Is he flitting between you and Chelsea Leart?
Well, then I'll have somebody chase back after him again, because I know the guy who did it. So
His boyfriend's
yeah.
called Modine.
Technically, I've got his number. So yeah. He wants to come in here, I'll just get him to come in.
I think I need to put up another post. I am going to record you clearly on the 22nd of May, doxing me and threatening to send somebody to my house. And I'm going to put it up for everybody to see, so everybody sees that you're a liar.
But also, then you had
You
somebody
and Claire, right? And then I'm going to put up the second clip will be you sitting in Red's box, right? Telling people, oh, Stella's got something to hide and I've just got to find out. Let me ask you this, right? If I did have something to hide, what the hell has it got to do with you, Jodie? Tell me that. What has it got to do with you? It's got nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing.
What is it? I don't understand why you need to know everything about Stell. Is it because you want to know if he's got money? Has he got something? I don't know.
You went that far the night you gave out my address, and on the 2nd of July, when you put that post up of the aerial photograph, that was you going too far. Do you not understand that, Jodie? You went too far.
See it this way. If a man did it to you, right, sent somebody to drive past your house, take pictures of you, right, that would scare you, that would worry you, right, that would concern you, right, because you don't, at the end of the day, if Stell did have children there what were small, and his boys weren't older adults now, then that would be a concern, but that is what he's trying to make clear is it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. You've still sent somebody past his house to take pictures in a threatening manner, right? So that is what he's trying to explain to you is it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. You still sent somebody to go past his house and do that. That is what he's getting at.
See, now she's getting really angry because I'm proving her wrong, because I'm on a live, yeah, proving that she is a liar and a cheat.
Just to let you know, I've got your dad too. What does that mean?
And so that what's that, Annie?
Mm.
I'm surprised you even see your dad.
What? I don't understand what you mean about your dad. What's your father got to do with it?
Yeah, what's your daddy got to do with it?
I
Daddy,
don't
daddy,
understand.
they're picking on me because I'm a big wide mouth and I've been saying bad things about people and I don't like it that they got me back. Daddy, help me. I think
That'd be something like a child would say, not an adult.
your dad was a decent man. He would turn around and say, "Well, you should have kept your mouth shut first." You see, I think what your dad's frumpy and dumpy and
I am a mini version of my dad.
because you're
Hey,
nothing. Oh, she just said, yeah, he's frumpy dumpy and he's like, oh, big wide mouth, right? You're nothing, Justice. You're just an annoying noise. You really are just annoying. And for that, I will put them posts up later and prove to everybody that you cannot be trusted. Right? You wanted to say you're picking on women. No, I'm proving that women are liars. I'm proving that they have caused trouble, and you don't like it. Right? You do not like it. Because women think they're always right, and when you prove them wrong, they just go into a spasm. Not all women, of course. Not all women, but most. There is a lot of women out there who sit there and will say it. Like Lynn's, for instance, today she went, "Yep, I put my hands up. I own it. Right, I did wrong, Stella. Blah blah blah." Then you got people like you, Justice, and then you got people like Tanya Queen sticking her oar in where it's not wanted. Right? Nobody is interested in what Tanya Queen's got to say. This has got absolutely 100% nothing to do with her. But the more she comes in shouting her mouth off about me, the more I'm going to be looking into her and finding out why she had her kids taken off her. Because let's face it, right? We all know that social services get a lot of things wrong.
mhm.
Oh. Carry on with yourself, Justice.
Just to make it clear what she's just said, Paul, in the comments.
Yeah, did you see
Could
that,
be
Paul?
disposed of too, apparently. That's what she's just made a threat of.
Yeah, she's made another threat.
I'm just making it very clear.
Yeah, Justice, let me answer that for you, right? Let me fucking answer that, yeah? Oh, please, let me answer that for you. I wish the dustman would come to my fucking door because they never take my bins away. There you go, Justice. Even your friends are telling you to stop. But you can't, can you? You just keep on blabbing your mouth. You see? This would all stop when you stop. Everything I do to you is retaliation for your mouth. Now, today, I was talking to fucking I forgot her name now. For a minute, my head went blank. Lindsay. I was talking to Lindsay today. I've had conversations offline with Paul. I went into Lindsay's boxy thing and we discussed things, and Paul said that her and Lindsay had pulled Red up, blah, blah, blah. And you popped up. You popped up then, uninvited, right? You just put your 2 pence within, yeah? Right? Nobody was interested in what you had to say. But you just had to come up and say, well, okay, might be right about the Red thing, but that doesn't mean he's a good person, blah, 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 because he did this to me, because he did this to me. But you did it first. You did it first. Don't forget that. And you did it first because you believed what Red was saying. You believed what Claire was saying. So now that I've proved that Claire is a liar and that Red is a liar, yeah, when are you going to apologise to me? When are you going to apologise? Oh, thank you for the heart me's, everybody, and the flowery things, the rosies. Thank you, everybody. Yeah? When are you going to come up and be a big woman you tell everybody you are and say, I'm sorry I took their sides and I'm sorry that I doxed you because of their lie? When are you going to do that, Justice? Because you ain't a big woman, that's why. Yeah? You're just big mouth, right? You're not woman enough to stand there and say, right, yes, I did all these things to you, Stell, because of Red and Claire, and I'm sorry for that. And then we move on to the next part, which is I doxed you and you doxed me back. I don't know who this is.
I don't either.
So who is it? What do you want to know?
I do want to listen to the music.
Another. Hi, Tony. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just having this out. I just spoke to the lads in the block and showed them you. Good luck, still. Another threat. There you go. Another threat from Justice. That's all she ever does. Threat, threat, threat. I told the boys. I done this. I'm getting my daddy. I'm getting this. Stand up on your own. Yeah, Justice. Get in this box and apologise for what you did. You started this, and because it ain't gone your way, you don't like it.
One thing is, at the end of the day, the people in your flat are not involved.
You want me to get in the box and apologise? Stell, I'll tell you what, I'll call him to come downstairs right now and tell you exactly what's going to happen. You do not get to dox mine and my friend's block. You could cause a lot of trouble, and now you're going to find out the type of shit you're going to cause because it's going to come to your house and see how you like it because I told them where you live.
You already.
So good luck to you. Good luck to you because you're going to need it now. And I'll tell you what, if you think I'm bullshitting, I'll call him to come downstairs right now.
You already doxed my house, yeah? You already sent people to my house. Don't forget that. And by the way, my friends have lived in that block of flats a lot longer than you have. Yeah? I've been fucking asking questions as well, Justice. I've been asking questions as well. And the only man that's going to do anything for you is the man that you're giving out to, which you do quite a lot. But you're not a woman, though, are you, really? You're a piece of shit.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, it's a piece of shit.
At the end of the day, you just made
Still
it.
can't come up here and apologise for her part. I still want to know, yeah? Justice, yeah? What has it got to do with you if I do have a secret? What has it got to do with you? What makes you so important that you've got to know my secret?
I know, Paul. And they say we're going to end up getting Mercer. And unfortunately,
If a car comes anywhere near my house, I'll know about it, and then I'll know exactly who to send the police to. Want our Justice? Thanks for that.
she's just written, wait till you see a silver car. That will be me. Now, Justice, she's just made a threat in the box. you're making threats in the comments, right? Unfortunately, I'm not willing to hide. As a mod for Stell, I am not willing to hide your comments and what you're saying. What you've just done, you have gone too far. Now, this could have been sorted out online. This could have been
I've got no coffee, by the way.
Unfortunately, now this has gone too far.
You're not coming to my house for coffee because I've not got any coffee.
Right. So, unfortunately,
Let me make this statement clear. Yeah, you're not welcome at my house, Justice. There you go. You are not welcome here. But what I do want to know is, what has it got to do with you if I do have a secret that I don't want people to know? What has it got to do with you? Answer the question.
So, you need to tell her if she comes and trespasses on your land, you will have her arrested and removed and put a junction in place.
Oh, I've got more than that today.
Because this has gone too far now.
Why won't you answer my question? One question, Justice, yeah? What has it got to do with you? How dare you sit in a box and say, I've got to find out what Stell's big secret is?
It's a fucking joke because there is no secret.
I know, but she thinks there is. You ought to have seen her. She was jumping about like a fucking jelly bean. Right? I've got to, honestly, I've got to find it. I've got to find it. I've got to find it. Oh, it's a big secret. Oh, he's kicked out of Scotland and nobody wants to. And then Red's sitting there going, yeah, well, he doesn't want any association with Scotland, does he?
It's a fucking lie. We were up in Kirkcudbright last year.
I live in an area called St Andrews, which I believe is the patron saint of Scotland.
St Andrews Golf Course, owned by the one and only Mr. Trump.
Yeah. But St Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland, and I live in the area, the what do you call it? What's it called again? Somebody help me.
St Andrews.
It's not borough. It's it used to be a village, but hey, it's not a village anymore. It's like an area. It's like she lives in Camptown or Kemptown, whatever you want to call it. But you see, look, I've asked her several times what has it got to do with her, and she cannot answer the question. So everybody in the chat, this is the kind of joke we're having to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come into the box and tell me why it's your business.
And at the end of the day, unless you're willing to pay your bills, buy your food, buy your clothes, pay your lifestyle, pay for everything.
Yeah, be my sugar mummy.
Everything for him. And dress him to it, live his life walking his shoes. He has got the right to have a private life. And if you don't like somebody having a private life because you don't know everything about them, then I don't know what to say to you, but what you have just done, you are in trouble. You've just got yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the comments, everybody's saying to you, right? Nobody's defending any of yous, right? Nobody's saying this or that, right? But what you have done, you've got up in a box, made threats. Now, everybody in the comments is telling you you've just gone too far making and doing what you've just done. So you've got to realise what you have just done and take responsibility for your own actions at this point, right? Because right this minute, there's nothing anybody can say to justify your actions of what you have just done. And unfortunately, you've just come on to personally make them threats.
And do you think anybody's stupid enough to run the risk of going to jail for you?
Because you just incriminated yourself. But that means you've just opened that door for the police just to say, right, if anybody now comes on that street, they're going to get arrested. They're going to get looked at. Right? They're going to get questioned. Because of you making a threat. So you set people up already before they've even gone near Stell's house. If that's the case, you've got to understand that you've just incriminated somebody else.
I will say this much. You've got that much focus and energy and all that, and still, why don't you resume some of it and focus on your own life and your own kids and get on with your life?
That's all I said to her the other day, by the way. That was all I said to her.
Because all I've ever seen on every platform she goes on is ma 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 ma.
Yeah. What happened to me? What happened?
Very attractive. Anyway, I'm dropping down because I've had enough.
Ah, shit.
All right, love. And fairness Stell is a protecting the community. Yeah, and in fairness, Stell is protecting the community exactly. But, yeah, I prefer tea anyway. I like coffee. I'm a coffee person myself.
What was that? I missed that one. I was just doing something. How am I protect the community? I don't understand that.
Because you're making I'll let Paul explain it.
I was saying because Coffee Cup left, so I was saying, oh well, I prefer tea anyway. And I wasn't saying Stell was protecting the community. I was saying that remember, Stell is part of a protected community. The LGBT community is protected.
Yeah.
I'm not any more protected than anybody else, to be honest.
Well,
with you.
no, but what if anyone comes for you? It's called a hate crime. It'll be a hate crime. That's the difference.
Right, I'm very sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to.
no, that's all I was going to say. But it's gone too far. It needs to stop now. It's getting silly, you know. But it is what it is. I'm going to drop down. Oh God, coffee's back. I'm going to get my tea.
It just doesn't like
Run for your tea.
the fact she's been proved wrong.
There's nothing wrong with coffee.
I'm coffee in the morning and tea at night.
She took the side of Claire and Red without any receipts. She called me all the names under the sun, and she threatened me several times this week. Several times. I found this on the web. Yeah, and I found it as well. And all she does is, as I said, today we were talking to Paul and Lynn's, and she just had to jump up and stick her oar in and her big nose. Nobody is interested. This is what she doesn't get, what she doesn't understand. Nobody's interested. It's boring. She sits there with about 3 or 4 people that want to hate on me, and they all agree with her because they just want to hate on me. They don't actually give a damn what she thinks or what's happened to her. Yeah, and when you come to visit me, I've tried to drop it and move on, Paul. Hold on, let me unfilter that. I've tried to drop it. I was talking to you and Lynn's today, and she had to come in and stick her oar in. Nobody asked her to come in. Nobody said I didn't speak about her. She just had to pop up and say, yeah, but he did this and did that, and that doesn't make him a good person just because of one lie. Well, the one lie is what started all this. The one lie that Claire said and was backed up by Red, right, and then I debunked both of them, is what started this. And the only other person that's lied is this GMEXX or whatever, right? Who says that she found out I've got a daughter. I mean, it's ridiculous. So GMMX and Justice, they're just in the same pea pod. And if they have found out that I've got a daughter, can you let me know? Because how old is she?
You want samples?
Yeah. You know what I'll do? I'll give people her address and send them to her if she wants. If that's the way she wants it. You know, I know girls.
You're not gonna do
I
that.
know girls that live in her. One of them lives in her block.
Nope, you're gonna do it legal way because you know what, you're a better person.
That's right, because I don't need to involve other people to fight my battles for me.
You're a better person by dealing with it in the correct manner than in the wrong manner.
So, you know, they're all over in Lindsay's talking about me.
Are they in alive now?
Jesus Christ.
What are they going under?
Oh, still such a bad person. I'm the talk of the town today. Oh, she's in love with me.
Hello, princess. Come on, come on.
It just makes me laugh. It does. It really does make me laugh. I bought these little shutter things for your iPhone and iPad cameras, right?
Yeah.
And it says they were plastic, but they're rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish.
Do they not work?
Yeah. They keep coming off. Yep. I think it's time for me to close up the live. Hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Might be on later with a different subject.
Just make sure you contact the police if you need to.
And if anybody wants to hear my innocence, they can follow this account. They can go to the 2 videos that I've got, the Busby, It's Good to Talk, and they can listen to them 2 videos. They're just phone calls, actually, but there you go. They're very short ones, and you can listen to how I was being encouraged, manipulated, and pushed into making reports to the authorities by the very person who blamed me. By the very person who sat in the live and said it was all my fault and all my doing, and I'm totally, it's all my fault. So, and they don't like it when they get proved wrong. Now, when a man lies, they will come out with bullshit, obviously, like everybody else. But when they get caught out, they scurry into a little fucking under the little rock they came from, and they hide under there for a little while. But not Justice, not Jodie. And do you know something? Before I go, I'm just going to say this, yeah. Justice, you need to change your name. Do you know why? Because you're a dickhead, right? That's all I'm going to say, right?
We love you, TikTok shop. We love you, TikTok shop.
That name shouldn't be anywhere near you. You are not for justice. You do not like justice. Oh, somebody was going to come up. Don't know who though. So yeah, somebody who fights for justice uses that name, not for somebody like you.